Traders at the Uhuru Open-Air Market along Jogoo Road in Nairobi woke up on Monday, March 2026, to a scene of a devastation after a bulldozers and excavators moved in on the Sunday night and flattened their stalls, leaving row of rumbles where businesses once stood. Videos and images circulating on social media captured vendors scrambling through the debris, trying to salvage whatever good remained. The demolition were carried out by Nairobi City Council government and came just days after the eviction notice had been issued, setting off one of the most visible confrontations between traders and authorities the city has seen in months. The Nairobi City County Government issued the eviction notice on Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, giving traders only 72 hours deadline to vacate the market. The notice stated clearly that failure to comply by the end of the deadline would result in the physical demolition of all stalls on the premise. According to traders who were present when the notice was served, they were not given any information about an alternative site where they could relocate their businesses, leaving them with no viable option other than to resist the order. The traders at Uhuru Market also revealed that there was a pending court case over the matter at the time the county issued its demolition notice. Their lawyers had obtained a temporary order that the traders argued was still in force when the county proceeded with demolition planning. Despite that legal argument, the county government did not publicly respond to the traders' claims about the court order before the bulldozers eventually moved in on Sunday night. On Friday, March 6, 2026, hundreds of traders staged a public protest against the eviction notice. The demonstration centered on Jogoo Road, a major transport artery connecting the eastern bypass of Nairobi to the central business district. Protesters barricaded the road and lit a bonfire along the tarmac, bringing the traffic to a standstill. An anti-riot police were deployed to the scene and used tear gas to disperse the crowd. Authorities managed to restore traffic flow along the affected section of the road by mid-afternoon, though tension remained high as the demolition deadline had not yet been acted upon at that stage. By Sunday night, county government equipment moved in and completely did the demolition. The traders who had not been given an alternative market space were left counting losses that included food items, clothing, household goods, and other merchandise that had been stored inside the stalls overnight. Uhuru Market is one of the busiest trading hubs in the Jogoo Road corridor and accommodates an estimate of 6,000 traders with at least 324 registered stalls. Over 60% of these traders are women, and a significant share of the business are centered around textile production, including school uniform manufacturing. The Uhuru Market demolition did not happen in isolation. It followed a series of enforcement operations by the Kenya National Highway Authorities along the Thika Super Highway that had already generated significant public anger in the weeks prior. On the night of Wednesday, February 18, 2026, Kenya moved into the Githurai 45 area with excavators and heavily police contingent and flattened kiosks, wooden stalls, and makeshift sheds that had been erected on the road reserved near the Githurai overpass. The operation had followed a 7-day notice issued on February 9th, directing traders in Githurai and Roysambu to vacate the road reserve to allow for construction of designated bus bays. The Githurai demonstration triggered immediate protest. By the afternoon of February 18, irritated traders had barricaded the Nairobi-bound lane of the Thika Super Highway, lit bonfire using burning tires, and engaged in running clashes with police that continued well into the evening. Approximately 1,600 traders were affected by the single operation, many of whom had operated their roadside business at the same location for years. Kenya maintained that the structured pose serious safety risk for motorists, pedestrians, and the road reserved and recorded numerous accidents over time. Following the Githurai demonstrations, Kenya issued a fresh notice on February 3rd, 2026, targeting traders at Kiunguro, Allsops, and Delview section along the Thika Superhighway. The authorities gave those traders 7 days to remove their wares and structures. Kenya, Acting Director General Engineer Luka Kimeli, signed the notice and stated that the exercise was part of the ongoing road safety improvement initiative intended to reduce accident and ease traffic congestion along the corridor. The authorities said the planned roadside station would provide designated pickup and drop-off points for public service vehicles, improving order along one of the country's busiest transport routes. Kenya proceeded to Roysambu section on the night of Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, the same date the Nairobi County issued its eviction notice to Uhuru Market traders. Kenya's Roysambu operation began at around 1:20 a.m. and was backed by hundreds of security personnel. Excavators flattened the stores and kiosks near the Shell petrol station in Roysambu, leaving traders devastated. Kenya stated that the Roysambu operation, like one in Githurai, was aimed at creating spaces for modern bus park similar to the facility planned for Githurai. The demolition along the Thika Superhighway threw strong condemnation from DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua, who accused the government of deploying excessive force against small traders in Nairobi. He described the nighttime operation as inhuman and argued that the police deployment during the demolition reflected a government that had lost its sense of compassion towards ordinary citizens. The vendors at Uhuru Market along Jogoo Road were left digging through the rumbles on Monday morning with the structure they had supported their livelihoods for decades lying in pieces on the ground.